mostly grounded in reality, at least as much as it can be for a seven-season show meant to entertain. A common criticism prevalent throughout the series, especially from those who are ingrained into MC culture, is that it can be a little melodramatic and that it can have these soap opera tendencies that can make it feel, well, unrealistic. Which, as a fan of the show, I can say is a fair critique, but at the same time, it is a TV show at the end of the day, and if it were too realistic, it'd be boring and canceled after a few episodes, so I'm willing to hear those criticisms out, even if I disagree with them. But despite the over-the-top personalities, despite the copious amounts of bloodshed, Sons has a way of staying relatively grounded, except for this one particular thing: the existence and identity of a character simply known as the homeless woman. Making extremely rare appearances throughout the show's 92 episodes, the homeless woman is seemingly just that, an unhoused person roaming the streets of Charming. That is, until she pops up in Belfast, Ireland, which, for all intents and purposes, should be impossible considering her financial situation. That begins to set off alarms in the minds of the audience, who now firmly believe that there's more to this woman than meets the eye, even though that's hinted to as far back as her first appearance.
Able will help my little boy. What? Able to help my little boy.
She normally makes her appearances before, during, and after moments of high stress and duress for Jax and Gemma Teller, the two main characters of the show. The fact that the two of them are the only main characters who ever seem to interact with her in any meaningful way gives her a sense of whimsy and wonder in an otherwise down-to-earth show. There are plenty of theories about the identity of this woman from the fandom, a few of which are maybe gassed up a little by Kurt Sutter, the most popular of which is that she's Jesus, and when you consider just how many times Jesus Christ is said within the show, that's not a bad guess at all.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Christ.
Jesus. Jesus is just a guy who cuts my lawn.
Sons is full of religious motifs and references, so I wouldn't blame anyone for rolling with this theory, especially when you have lines like this being dropped outside the church.
Hey!
I know you?
Everyone knows me.
It's not just the line itself, it's the timing. It comes at a time when Gemma is dealing with trauma and is rediscovering her faith as a coping mechanism, so this interaction with the homeless woman reads as a literal come to God. The episode itself is even titled Fa Guan, which in Chinese loosely translates to the judge, i.e. only God can judge. You get it. The next example is a bit of a reach, but her sole appearance in season 4 could also be seen as a reference to